Look, so it's no secret that I really do enjoy me some Star Wars. I do enjoy me some Boba Fett.
Pause!
I enjoy me some clones, period. Pause. I like the origin of how they're created. I like everything else about them. So I'm going to give my thoughts on how they've been treating Boba as a whole. Now, of course, I do love the show. I do love what they're doing differently from Din Djarin. But here's the thing. Din Djarin was built off the hype and success off of Boba Fett. Everything that we love about Din Djarin, everything that is Din Djarin, is Boba Fett. I see why they're doing the character differently, because they don't want him to just be a copy of a copy of a copy. But at the same time, the things they're doing with the character, it completely like contradicts what we know about Boba Fett. You know, Boba Fett isn't really a talker. He doesn't really talk and have these type of dialogues, and the whole thing with him loving animals is fine and all. I get it. You know, we want to relate to this character. We want, as an audience, to understand these characters. I get that, but at the same time, this is not who Boba Fett is. Boba Fett isn't some kind of animal tamer. He isn't this guy who's, you know, constantly trusting and giving his life to everyone. And on one hand, again, I do applaud what they're doing, because again, it's different from Din Djarin. And I think that's what the important part about watching this show is, to understand that this show isn't The Mandalorian. That's not what this show is. The show is, again, a different character, but I feel like they're losing what made Boba Fett good. You know, the bounty hunting, the quiet demeanor, everything. Like I said, they already shot themselves in the foot when they gave all of that to a character we don't even know. I don't know why they didn't just make a Boba Fett show to begin with. I don't understand the point of making The Mandalorian. To be honest, like I'm going to be honest, I love The Mandalorian and it is a good show, but let's be honest, we all know what The Mandalorian was supposed to be, or at least what it should have been. It should have been just a Boba Fett show. It should have been taking place after he did his thing, got out the Sarlacc pit for a few months, a few years even. Then after, you know, the Empire was defeated, that's when we kick off with Boba. But who we have no idea who this character is. We don't know what he's about. We don't even know what he looks like. And again, everything like that was taken from Boba. And I don't like the fact that everything that we love, everything that I love personally about Boba was given to Din Djarin. And what we get with Boba is leftovers, quite literally scraps from a bygone era, from a bygone time when people genuinely cared about these characters and their stories. There's so many stories from Legends and canon where you can tell about Boba Fett, where it will be interesting. You know, I like Tatooine. I like the Slave One, or the fire spray. Sake. I love all of that, you know? And I want to see Boba be who he was supposed to be who he was always meant to be, a badass bounty hunter who can barely lose to a fight and who can literally run hands with Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker. Yes, they fought. It was amazing. God damn it. The things we could have had if Disney get their head out. Look, man, I won't deny the good work they're doing with Boba Fett. Like I said, I've been thoroughly enjoying it, but there has been questionable decisions that I don't resonate with. You know, I like the Rancor development, that's fine, but the whole cyberpunk rejects, they gotta go. Like, they don't fit freaking Tatooine's aesthetic. And I know what you're thinking. It's Nakari. Aesthetics is not everything. It's not important. What if it has a good story? I get that. I get it. But if it was on Coruscant, like say if these cyberpunk rejects were on Coruscant, it wouldn't be a big deal. It honestly wouldn't. Many people would not care, because it fits the aesthetic. It makes story sense. It makes reasonable sense in the foundation of the story if it was on Coruscant. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I feel like you can still have Boba patrol the stars. You can still have Boba go to different planets and tell good stories and make it make sense. So like, the broader issue with Boba Fett is not the fact that it's boring or that it's been done already with The Mandalorian. The problem is people not taking into consideration the wild amount of information and lore and stories they could easily tell and adapt for the small screen that Boba is a part of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm making any sense here, okay? I'm not really much of a video essay kind of guy anymore. I still do them, but it's just like, when I see people talk about Boba Fett, it's just like, they don't have the same information. They're not, you know, taking in what they're trying to do. And more importantly, the writers, the freaking people in charge of this show, they're not taking into consideration what they have already written for them. All they have to do is adapt the good stories, and not only the good stories, if you want to make your own story, go for it, but just make sure you're handling it with the care that these characters deserve. Boba Fett has been a character pretty much who put the Mandalorians on the map. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was the first Mandalorian we have ever seen, and he doesn't get the type of attention and reverence that he deserves. Like, when I watch this show, when I see the reviews about this show, it's not exactly good. And even the actor himself, Tamora Morrison, Fett himself, he said that this isn't who Boba is. This isn't who this character is. He's not really one for talking. He's more mysterious, and I couldn't agree more. You know, growing up with the Clone Wars, growing up with the prequels, I love that era of Star Wars, and I like the subtle nods we get to that. But I also love the fact that the actor behind that mask cares so much about the character's history, the way he's portrayed, and I just hope that he gets done justice. You can convey emotion without showing his face. You can convey emotion and thought without having to have him speak 1,000 words per episode. Hell, you've seen that with, again, Din Djarin, and I hate to make the comparisons, but the comparisons are there. So honestly, all I can hope for going forward with these type of Disney shows, with all of these characters that are making their return in the modern day, I hope they get the respect they deserve, to be honest, and the thought process that all of these characters deserve. So yeah, that's just how I feel about this show. Let me know what you guys think. I'm still going to be making videos on the show, but I just wanted to give my thoughts, and honestly, let me know yours in the comments below. See you guys later.